Hello everyone. In this short video, we look at the new H1B registration process for fiscal year 2021 and look at the old new process with some timelines, right? So in the past, what used to happen is employers has to file this big package, right, with all the information. It was a physical package that they would send, and there was only 5 days for employers to send all of these petitions, right? Because the lottery was only open for 5 days. And after USS receives those, they used to, put them into the system and then run a lottery for that, and they used to send physical notices, right? Normal receipt notices to employers telling that they were picked in lottery. And after that, they used to process the petitions and send decisions as well in the meantime. And at the end, late July, they used to send these reject notices. So usually people used to wait until then, to know if they were really picked or not, or they're waiting for receipt notices. So there's a lot of delay for that, right? And it was overall, this process was a lot of overhead for all the employees as well as USCS. To overcome this process, what US has done is they introduced the registration process, and as part of the registration process, you don't actually file the complete petition. So the first step is employees register their account on USA's website as an employer, and then USA's gives option for these registrants or the H1B sponsors to be able to submit details of their applicants from March 1st to March 20th for this fiscal year, where they would put in the details of the applicants that they plan to sponsor H1B, and they would basically pay $10 for that, and then they would submit all of these to USCS. Once after March 20th, USCS will run their algorithm and basically run the lottery for that, and they would actually inform the H1B sponsors by March 31st. I mean, potentially it could come earlier as well, but as this is the first year, we don't know when they will announce it. Technically, they would get it by March 31st. So all those people will be notified electronically. Very, very important. So there is no physical notice as such that is being sent. So once they're notified electronically, the employers would know who have been selected, and then you see that status is selected, and for those who have been selected, then they would get about 90 days to file those petitions with USCS, and the 90 days starts from April 1st. And post that, USCS will accept the petitions, and employers will send the entire package with LCA and all sorts of things, and they would process them as per standard process, where they will send notices and all sorts of things, right? And there is one also step, right? So what USA has said is, initially they will run the lottery and set aside some petitions, but they may also run later, if needed. So this is something they have put it slightly gray area, so we don't know if they'll run it or not. But at the end, they will put that as not selected status, but we don't know when this will happen. So there is no clear timeline. All they say is before the end of the fiscal year they will, or by the end of the fiscal year they'll inform, right? And in terms of timelines, technically it has already started. Employers could have registered from 24th to create their accounts, and now especially from March 21st, March 1st until March 20th, they can basically start to submit registrations. So the registration period ends on March 20th. So far, right now we are just a few days into it, so we still have about 15 days to go, and it will close on, and basically after March 20th, you get, they'll take all these, and March 31st is when the deadline for sending the results, right, or the getting the results for these employers. And April 1st is when they'll accept it, and June 30th is the 90-day deadline, basically for filing these applications. So overall, this is the high-level timeline for this fiscal year. How the whole process will work. And again, this is a very short video, and the one thing that's unknown is when they will inform the not selected status. So this is something we don't know. So they say by end of the fiscal year, we don't know how they will really treat this. So this is something we don't know at this point. Again, thank you for watching. Do subscribe for more updates and ask questions and comments.